Welcome into today's episode of the Pickle with Mickle interview series. I am excited today. I've got Spencer Johnson here with me on the virtual court, spinning it with Spencer today. Spencer, how the hell are you?
Oh, I'm doing well, Mickle. Yeah, I'm doing great out here. You know me, I'm just always getting ready for my next pickleball game, so I'm actually rewrapping my paddle right now as we speak.
All right. Hold that baby up. What are we playing with?
Yeah, I'm playing with the Friday Aura recently, trying this out. I think the rubber in here is really something that sets this apart. It's got some incredible feel. You know, as somebody who doesn't really like to hit the ball very hard as it hurts other, lower level players on purpose sometimes. This is a paddle that has given me bruises when I've given it to my training partners to drill with for a second. So
All right.
it's great. I absolutely love the way that you can play with it.
All right. Well, let's stay here for a minute. Have you been playing with Friday paddles for a while, or have you recently switched to Friday? Tell me about it.
Sure, yeah. I recently switched to Friday. I've been all over the paddle market. I'll tell you about like starting at Onyx and places like that, growing with whatever paddle was kind of gifted to me until I had the funds to buy my own interested paddles. I had the first couple last years of being into a very highly competitive environment. I've been playing with a team called Body Helix that does some great paddle manufacturing. I was playing with one of their really heavy models until their Gen 4 foam series came out, the Pro Falcon, and that paddle just felt great until this one rolled around, and I was like, hey, this is an interesting thing to put in a paddle, so let me try this out. You know, I'm always just interested in some, unique something that takes an odd angle. That's really what I'm
Okay.
interested in. We could always go to like a carbon or a EULA if you're interested, but I'm definitely not somebody who can fit into one of those kind of standard set of paddles. I do like the standard shape, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm definitely all about something that sets one paddle apart from another. So this one
No,
definitely
Spencer,
feels great for
if
me.
there's one thing I know about you, buddy, it's you don't fit into the regular box, right? I mean, we're going to be bouncing in and out of things all the time with you, which is great. Now, let's take it all the way back, right? Now, level set, folks. Spencer's 23 years old. He's graduated high school. He's got a future in this pickleball thing that he's building. But let's go all the way back, Spencer, because like you and I were talking before we got on the air here, you are a pure pickler. What sports before you grab that paddle did you play as a kid? And when did you pick up the paddle?
Yeah, man, I was blessed to just be around youth sports. I mean, I was involved in soccer since I can really remember, doing pee wee stuff, and then competitive club things up until high school. Then when I got to high school, I was playing a little bit more ultimate frisbee. I thought that was really fun, just to kind of run around and not have to kick anything with my feet anymore and think about my footwork. But I
And
was
just
actually
throw
introduced
the
to
hell out of a
pickleball.
out of a
No, go
disc,
ahead.
right? I mean,
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you could put all of your energy that you wanted into that thing on the start of those hucks, and that was awesome just to see him fly. And I'm not much of a runner. I don't like running. I mean, you'll learn that about me. Is I'm going to use up as much energy as I can in the most efficient way possible. But at Ultimate Frisbee, I was a handler, and so I was really good at throwing the ball or the disc where it was supposed to. It's been a while since I played that now. But yeah, I picked up a paddle when I was introduced by my grandfather, and he was 80 at the time. So gosh, that was in 2012 now that I was introduced. So I was about 10 years old. And it was just recreational at that point. It was just, hey, I'm going down to see my grandparents, and they played at the YMCA with a bunch of people their age, and I helped bring that average age down by a mark of 30 or 40 points. It was good at that time to just kind of get out there and have fun with people that I don't usually hang out with, but it started to get a lot more popular. And I was just interested in playing on the weekends when I got back to my hometown. So it was definitely like beat up on the seniors thing for a couple of years in my experience until I really got to see what higher level pickleball could be like from players like Kyle Yates.
okay.
I saw, him win a couple of U.S. Opens and just see his success as another young person in the sport, and really just looked up to him as I could kind of continue where I could go with tournaments in Colorado, where I was stationed and living.
Okay. And so that's where we were. We were in Colorado. That's where it all started. I love the fact that you were out there. You said it was your grandfather. He was 80 at the time, playing with other seniors because this is truly a generational game. You can get out there and play with them. And maybe you started to level up a little bit. Maybe then you started getting a little ahead of them. But hey, it's a great part of the story is that's how I started. I'm playing with my grandfather out there. And that's what people have to understand. We live in
Hmm.
this world of, we want to see the competitive pickleball. We want to see the sport continue to grow competitively.
Right.
What's really
Right.
going to keep the pickleball going is us rec players out there, and the fact that you can just go out and have fun with the
100%.
family. Hell, even if
100%.
little down the road, you're on the pro circuit, you go home, you can go dink around with the fam
Yeah.
and have fun. And that's what's great about
100%.
pickleball. Now I see you wrapping that, baby. What are you wrapping it with? What's your overgrip? Let's plug
I'm
everything
using
today.
overgrip I plugged from Amazon. These ones are called Pabiela. I think they come from definitely a tennis style because they're pretty long. I like
Okay.
a 6-inch handle because I have some larger sized hands and they're extremely tacky. So playing down here in Arizona, especially outdoors in the heat, I just get so sweaty so fast that any kind of extra tack I will take. And yeah, one of these like 50 count boxes was honestly, great value on Amazon. I'll send you the link if we're really trying to plug them after this. But yeah, no, these guys are great. There's so many paddle overgrips out there that are competing for market share that I'm just finding one that's like lesser known, got good value, and can work for you is all that matters. Same thing with shoes, because pickleball shoes are almost created to just be worn through, and then you get your warranty, and then you go ahead and you buy another pair of shoes. I mean, it's
Isn't that
pretty
the
obvious
truth?
that this
I mean,
these
let's
companies who
talk
buy them.
about that. Yourself, go ahead and tell everybody what's your pooper. What's the duper these days?
Oh, man, the duper has tanked quite a while, and it's been quite a while since I've even logged a game, probably since college days. But I'm rocking like a 4.8 duper right now.
Okay.
I'm excited to start in the UPL to climb that duper, hopefully get some wins in that column with my team um, against some other really highly ranked players here in Arizona. So I'm starting underneath the fives is definitely, I feel like a competitive advantage. You walk in to see a 4.8 and not a lot of people are terribly scared, but anybody can be a 4.8 and really anybody can turn out to be a 5.0 if they've put enough time into it. I definitely see myself as a 5.0 player, but the duper doesn't always have to tell the truth.
No, we know it. We know it doesn't, and we're not here to focus on that. I think as a player like you are, and somebody who's playing pickleball all the time, you mentioned shoes. How often are you getting new shoes? How often are you getting a new paddle? How
Yeah.
often are you rewrapping your paddle? I think that's helpful for the
Yeah.
people out there.
100%. Yeah, as somebody who plays just so often and honestly coaches more often than I get to play, I would say I'm rewrapping my paddle after maybe like a week on the court, which for me could be up to like 7 to 10 times. I mean, I'm out there almost every day, but sometimes I'm out there multiple times a day. Once in the evening, once in the morning to really be sure that I'm drilling and then I'm drilling somebody else who's not at my same level. And so, yeah, I don't really tend to go a week without changing my overgrip, at least on my professional paddle. Now, here's the
Okay.
other thing you'll know about me. I have so many paddles that I actually train specific levels with specific paddles that I have, so I don't have to use as many wraps. And same thing with my shoes. If I'm playing at a higher level, I'm going to put on my top of the tier court shoes to make sure that I'm protected, sticking to the court, and able to get all those balls. But if I know that I'm just teaching at something that's like a 4.5 or a 3.5 or even 2.5 level, I'm not going to be putting on the exact shoes or footwear that I'm going to need to play for that highest level that I know I can play. For example, I'm teaching juniors that are just learning how to play the game, extremely developmental, and I can wear Vans and teach up to about a 3.5 level of pickleball and be totally fine and not injure myself and just have enough of a reach of my own body to get to the balls that I need to feed the other player. But then when I start getting into a little bit more competitive environment, I take out my old beater shoes that have holes in the bottom and I start playing from 3.5 to 4.5 in those shoes because I've just worn out so many pairs of shoes in my
Yeah.
time of playing that I have a collection of just like not totally gone, like definitely don't wear too much because then you're gonna feel it on the big toe. And then I have like my newest pair of shoes, which I recently got for Easter for my family. I actually think here's a hot take for Pickleball 2026.
All
Playing
right.
in basketball shoes is better than playing in tennis style shoes for
Okay.
competitive level pickleball players.
Love it.
They have
A
better
little more ankle
support, they're going
support.
to last a little bit longer, and most critically, you get a design that's more rounded from the outsole connected to the court surface. For a lot of tennis shoes, they're linear. And so you look at the bottom, they're like 90
They're flat.
degree, 70-degree angle flats on the court. So when you're trying to stop side to side and slide, or you got to, control your momentum going forward, you can't do many split steps without the potential of rolling an ankle. And so I really like these basketball shoes that I find that have just a little bit more of the angle from the outsole to prevent me
All right.
from rolling my ankle injury. Yeah.
Starting trends. I love it. And so let's go back. You talked about how you're teaching juniors, and I know that's a big part of what you want to be doing is teaching and helping pickleball grow from that capacity. Let's go to a drilling aspect. Let's take it a little higher than just the pure beginner, and then we'll talk about how you drill yourself. If you're working with somebody that's in that 3 to 5 4-0 range, what would you say are the top 3 drills you work on them, or even that they can take away from the court with them and practice with their friends?
Sure. Well, I got to say, I was kind of prepared for some questions like this. I have a few notebooks that I like to call upon for some of these drills.
Bring it out.
And
Spencer's
I
little book.
think,
I like it.
yeah, let me just get a quick diagram drawn for you here, because explaining things using words, and especially the English language, can be a little bit more difficult. Things like pickleball, especially for you, beginner players, could be more difficult to understand when you have this like higher level drill concept that looks
Okay.
simple on court
Yeah.
and will actually like take your game to the next level. So this is what I call the V. Now, in the V, I've placed some cones in a V or A on the opposite side of the court from the feeder. Now
Okay.
your feeder is going to stay here, and at or around or behind the baseline, the feeder is just going to toss balls on either side of them here and there, where
Mm-hmm.
the person who's drilling will then get the chance to hit this cross-court drive
Okay.
going in either direction. Now, the issue here is that you could do this with a ball machine and figure out your own timing and your own rhythm to go back and forth and get your cross-court, hybrid or drive or drop down.
Yeah.
However, having an actual drill partner there to look at your footwork, look at your timing, and give you a consistent toss and feed is
Invaluable.
so much better. It's so much more valuable. So if you could do that, alternating partners with like a basket of 25 to 50 balls, that will totally improve your game.
And from there, you're at the baseline. You mentioned it. You could drive, then you can reset, drop, whole deal, right? Go back and forth. Let's drive it. Let's drop it. Let's work it side to side because that's so important. I love the way you set up those cones to work on pushing the ball back, right? Or right up in the front, too. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What other things do you like?
Yeah, that's a great one. Mostly just cross court work. I mean, you're thinking about keeping that in the lower part of the net. Very percentile kind of strategy for that drill. Another good drill, though, is one that I call the cycle.
Okay.
And the cycle is definitely for more of our advanced players who are learning to have more deceptive and a larger array of attacks from the kitchen. So
Okay.
in this scenario, you and your drill partner will be at the kitchen line standing directly across from each other, so straight up. And when you start off the dink, you can have a select number of like free dinks where you guys won't attack. And
Okay.
then you can set up the first attack required to be a lob from the kitchen. So you have to lob your opponent, and your opponent is then required to go back and get that lob. And from there, I most of the time am going for a drop if I don't have that much time. And if I do end up getting behind that ball, I can drive it if I think that I can also then get to that next reset through transition zone smoothly.
Okay.
From there, this person who's now back at the baseline has to get through transition in order to then earn their next attack. But this one is really good for our youth athletes out there who can totally get these lobs and totally run back there. It's really much a conditioning exercise when you guys are able to do this cycle of lob and attack and a lob and attack and then reset and calm that down from the dink. I've seen one of my students do this 3 times as a maximum. He's been able to get my lob attack 3 times before he almost just collapsed on the court. It must have been a rally of like 25 to 40. It's really fun. This is a great
Yeah.
drill. But again, only straight up. If you try to do this one cross court, a lot of your angles, you're going to be forcing yourself to hit out balls, and you don't want to practice that. So definitely only drill this one straight up.
No, great info, great drills for the people to be able to take away and practice on their own. Sounds fun. I already want to do it. We can do it before we even start our little Wednesday night tournament. We set up some things and get after it a little bit, right? Great way to warm up.
Absolutely.
Drill too.
Totally.
I
Yeah,
think
it's a
that
lot
gets
better than what I see a typical 3-5 do, is just a couple dinks and a couple hands battles at the kitchen,
That's what
maybe
I
hit a
was
couple
about to
drops and
say.
call it a day.
We typically just come out, you do a few dinks or whatever, you body bag the guy walking in. I mean, who knows? It's a lot of fun though. And so back to your teaching. I know you have a passion about it. Go ahead and you tell me about it. I love your email. Go Pickle, by the way. Go Pickle. I like it. And so you teach at all levels. It's your deal. You tell me about it.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm starting something called a Pickleball LLC, and I've seen kind of a gap in the pickleball market niche, especially where people are just having a hard time deciding whether that's a hard time deciding whether they're actually interested in pickleball and they want to learn about it, or deciding if they want to get more invested into the sport, or maybe that's deciding where they should go in order to get more invested in the sport and where they need to go to get better. I'm going to be the person who can help them make those decisions, whether that be, coaching and knowledge and wisdom from my own past experience as a player and coach, or whether that be somebody who's been in the market as just somebody who's in the market, talking about technology, talking about exactly where to buy those shoes, where to get those grips, things like, oh, where do you need to go play in order to get better? Or how do we communicate with other people in this pickleball culture in order to build our own social network of better
Pickleverse.
players?
Got to
Yes,
break in there. Pickleverse, right? How do the in the
absolutely.
Pickleverse, right?
Yeah, so it can be a really competitive and complicated environment I've seen in 2026 for players who are, just along the journey of becoming more semi-pro or higher amateur level players. And I constantly get questions of, Spencer, how do you get to the place that you're at? And I can't tell them because I've been so blessed with, my own family and my own upbringing. This is something that I can only share with you how to get to there from today's lens. And so in the pickle verse, I totally like that term. Might take that one. In the pickle verse here, we have to think strategically about where we're going next and where we've been in order to not like step on any toes and sever any connections with past pickleball players and friends, and also keep our future network open so that we can continue to grow.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well said. And you're teaching now. Where do you teach locally? Do you rent court space? Where are you at?
Yeah, so my hidden gem local spot is Kleinman Park, Mesa, Arizona. So if anybody lives out here in Mesa, that's a great little local spot to just do some drills and just be sure that you're practicing with some friends because I'm pretty sure there are not very many registered Mesa pickleball coaches on their website for you to get lessons from.
How do
FYI,
they find
everybody.
you?
You guys can find me. I am all over social media at Pickle Dispenser. I'm going to be coming out with some more of my own YouTubes, but you can find some of my own free YouTube content and Pickleball Daily as well. And again, that's pretty beginner instructional. You'll learn how to drop some of the rules and basics of staying low and keeping the ball low. But when you come over to my Pickleball channel, we're going to go really high in-depth knowledge of what you can do from beyond this kind of 3.0 standpoint that I believe like as a basis is kind of the intermediate and above for our pickleverse. And really my job here is somebody who's a content creator and a pickleball verse knowledge
Mhm.
head. I think that I can help anybody who's in a tough decision within pickleball get their right answer in the right way and continue to move forward with where they want to go with a better like vision in mind.
Okay. And then what about just pure coaching and helping people level up? You do that too.
Sure.
Do you have a specific website where we might find you for that yet, or is that still in the
Not
works?
yet. So the website's still, man, building a website's hard. You might get a degree in business data analytics, but that's
I
definitely
didn't
not
build
coding a
mine.
website. Yeah, definitely still working on that with a couple developers in the background. But no, you can also find me as a youth coach for Monster Athletes Juniors. I do a bunch of
Nice.
my coaching out of the pickleball backyard and
Okay.
Arizona Athletic Grounds, also here on the east side of the valley. I'm also talking to what is it, Paddle Pals. And so I'm pretty sure I'll be working over there at a contractual basis at their one pickleball court indoors at Paddle Pals, which is also off of Power Road and Ray there by the Mesa Airport. So yeah, I kind of venture all around here in the East
And I am
Valley.
over there all the time. I got to find this Paddle Pals place. I haven't seen. I got to find what's the cross streets of that park in Mesa. Let the people know. Let me
Yeah.
know. I live in Mesa.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man, it's just south of the 202 there off of like yeah, Power and Ray. It's just like a padel place. So they have 7 padel courts. They have one
Okay.
badminton court, one pickleball court. So they're not full pickleball. And that's totally fine with me because I'm also terribly interested in paddle. I think that's a very interesting take for
Haven't
going
played it yet
forward as the
myself,
next
but
version of pickleball.
anyone I talk to who's played it says it's so fun, it's great, and it's kind of
So
it's got a wave coming, right? There will be a wave of padel. We see it. Places are popping up. Place over in Tempe, Concord, padel. I was in downtown Chandler and I saw pickleball and padel, whatever, on the corner of Arizona Avenue and Chandler Boulevard, maybe down there. Have you seen that
yeah,
place? Have you been there?
yeah. I think I know what you're talking about over there. Yeah, another hybrid place. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
you see a bunch of other racket sport players here who are just trying to figure out where their club and where their gym is going to be. I mean, there's just a different seasonality here with where we live. People want to go back indoors when it starts getting to April and May. And if you don't have that indoor location, you're either SOL or you're paying for rentals outdoors and earning your suntan.
or you're paddling up early in the morning at the parks, folks, because that's just the
Yes,
way it is. Perfect
yes.
time to segue since you mentioned that word season, as we are right at the forefront, the beginning of the Ultimate Pickleball League season. Folks, Spencer here is a member of the Mesa Mavericks. We have got day one, season one this weekend out there at Arizona Athletic Grounds. How pumped are you for the start of this season?
Yeah. Oh man, this is like a lifetime coming for me. Something I've been super stoked for the past couple of weeks, really helping prep my team. Because there's a lot of tough competition out there, and we know what we're looking up against. We definitely have some strong players and a lot of weapons on our team. So we're excited to see how this match goes. For the season, I am just looking forward to a whole lot of pickleball. I mean, you look forward to how many months we have ahead of us of just some good old fashioned league play. And it gets you zooted, man. I'm excited. I'm just ready to get out there and start ripping.
I bet, man. I mean, we had that one exhibition you guys were at there at the Dink and Dine. And then
Yeah.
I was able to go out with the Phoenix team to Calabasas and see some of the talent from California over there with three of their teams. I'd already seen the LA Heat, but you mentioned it a little bit. We've got great talent here in Pickle Zona, opportunity to potentially, cross regional play and experience some of these players from, the other states. You might know them from socials, but to get out on the court and also, you play with a lot of these people here in town anyway, but maybe not always against each other's in this awesome format that the UPL provides. So I think I'm excited for this season. I know you got to be as a player, and that leads me to your playing style might be a little different. I think it's fair to say sometimes you ruffle some feathers out there. Can you tone it down a little, or can you just got to be the Spence out there, right?
Yeah. I mean, hey, that first scrimmage game is really something like a feeler. It's a tester. Nothing in the season has started yet. We're all just out there scrapping for vibes and seeing what we can pick up and put down, see what works for some teams and what doesn't work for others. So I wouldn't say I have any, specific, go ruffle some feathers up strategy, or go become the bad guy, but I'm definitely not afraid of the spotlight, not afraid of the other team, getting upset at me specifically. I mean, I've seen it happen throughout all bunch of different sports, so nothing's really going to get under my skin. I'm still just going to be the happy-go-lucky guy for my sideline and spread the knowledge that I can to the team that I know I should. So it's really something that I'm excited to get out there and play my strategy of be the bigger brain and the bigger person with a same kind of paddle because they're all limited to these specific requirements. You can get out there and see if you can buy the best one, but in reality, it's the person wielding it who's going to be body bagging you. So if you get body bagged or if you get nasty Nelsons or somebody says something on the court that you're not okay with, it's really about how you react and really what they're going to
Right.
see from that reaction and how they plan for it.
That's right. I think it's all in how you react. We got to remember, hey, we all want to be it's going to be competitive. I've already seen it, but we still want to have fun, right? And I think competitive fun includes, hey, there might be a little talking out there within the limits, right, that we keep on the court because by the time we get off the court, let's shake everything off and remember we are at the beginning of this brand new league and everybody has a part to play in its success, especially the folks out there on the court for these teams all eyeing for a year-end championship. I mean, it's going to be exciting. And like you said, it's going to be a lot of pickleball which I know a lot of the players like yourself are excited about too, because it's different competition, rotating around these different teams. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think that's what pickleball is really built around. I mean, you go back to how I started this, it's all about having fun. I mean, I would get, name called by these random 83, 85-year-old guys for being a little pipsqueak out there because I was a little pipsqueak out there and there's no hard feelings afterwards. And so we come together after a game, we always paddle tap or shake hands and it's always good vibes. We say a score, but it's just a number. Duper's just a number. Even if it's going into some algorithm, and you might get judged on social media or something because somebody thinks you're a better or worse coach or player from some other person. It doesn't matter. I mean, you go out there, you have fun with your team, and you get off the court. We're gonna go, have a celebration afterwards. Whether that's probably playing more pickleball,
Yeah, or
getting drinks,
you hit the
what that
pickle
is.
gate. Everybody can hit the pickle gate, right? I mean, that's why I got the shirt on, right? Pickle gating is going to increase in 2026 for sure. We'll see more pickle gating at every tournament.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Having a lot of fun here on the court, spinning it with Spencer, member of the Mesa Mavericks. UPL season starting this weekend, folks, out at Arizona Athletic Grounds. Drop your own personal social address. You got to follow Spencer out there on the socials. And folks, if you might be looking to get a lesson from him, send him a message on the social. Say, hey, I saw you on Pickle with Mickle. Might want to get a private lesson from you. Hey, I know you'd be up for it.
Yeah, who knows? I keep a pretty secret calendar. I don't really like using Google and all that. I don't really want the AIs to start tracking which court I'm going to. So, yeah, just text me, let me know, DM me. I'm at Pickle Dispenser everywhere. So I just dispense all that pickleball. It's all that I eat.
There you go. I mean, I teed that up for you a few times. I was waiting for you to knock it out of the park. I mean, that's got to be
man, you gotta make them hold on to it for a second.
If you've got business cards, it better say that dispensing the pickle knowledge. All right, it's got to. That's perfect. I love it. All right. With that, there's no better way to flow into my speed 'em up, Spencer, than that right now. And so this is the really fun part. This is like our own little hands battle right up there at the kitchen. All right. I'm gonna start you off with a softball. And just so remember, these speed 'em ups can encompass anything, right? It's like personal trivia. We could get into movies, could get into food, all sorts of stuff. So just get ready. So here's a little softball just to get you started. Favorite pickleball player, both female and male.
Okay. I alluded to this one earlier, but I got to go to my favorite pickleball player being Kyle Yates.
Awesome.
I think about how long this guy's been in the game and where he's taken himself within the game, where he's been able to grow to help the franchise of the Pickler, and just everything he's done from like having a shot named after you to winning the best of the best, training the best of the best. I mean, he is really everything that I look up to when it comes to a pro pickleball player. What's really odd is that we were introduced at about the same age, and he's only 10 years older than me. So I feel like I'm on a very strange, similar path to him, but like 10 years down the
Not a bad path to be on.
Hopefully not a bad path, exactly. I'm going to keep following what I know and keep looking up to him. As far as females go, man, there are just so many great athletes out there, but one that comes to mind that I've just always seen do a fantastic job is Georgia Johnson.
Okay.
I do share a last name with her, so I'm gonna, humbly brag that we're totally not related. And her brother J-Dub, they do all things correct on the pickleball court. It is hard to see her make a mistake out there, and when she does, it's only due to like the amount of incredible pressure that we've seen them rack up to. You could think about best defense in the top program, and the Kawamotos come out. Obviously, Ellen Lee Waters and Anna Bright comes out, but I feel like Georgia just doesn't get enough respect on her name for being such a top dog for so long. And I'm really excited to see what she can do without the Dallas Mavericks this season. Or not the Mavericks, they're Dallas Flash.
Spencer, yeah. All right.
Georgia Johnson, man.
Johnson. She's good. She's awesome. All right. Good call. Good call. All right. Let's keep it going. Go to junk food.
Go to junk food. Man, give me some Cheetos. Give me some Cheetos Puffs, specifically the ones that are nice and puffy. Odd way of eating them, too. If you just, like, put them in your mouth and you can suck on them, you get more flavor without the Cheeto, like, actually sticking in your teeth. So that's what I'm all about. There.
Just like a big squirrel mouth. Just get a whole bunch of them
like
in
a
there.
good chipmunk for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Puffy Cheetos. Okay. Favorite band?
Oh, favorite band. Man, I listen to a lot of music, so this is definitely a hard question for me. I haven't played as
Well,
much music as I can these days, but I'm gonna go with my favorite band, Green Day.
okay.
That one's just a childhood favorite. I love listening to some
Cool.
old rock music, and they are always a classic for me to turn on driving. If it
One of
wasn't
my
gonna go
favorite.
Green Day, I'd probably have to go Fleetwood Mac.
Ooh, hey, that's a yin and a yang right there. Have you seen Green Day in concert?
I have not gotten to see Green Day in concert. Both of my parents have got to see them, and the recordings that they had on their phone were not worth it. Not worth watching
When
those.
I saw them, we weren't recording anything on our phones.
That's the way you're supposed to enjoy a concert.
I saw them right out here at Mesa Amphitheater, man. It rocked. All right, but we'll keep it
Oh,
going. Yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome.
All right, superpower for a day.
Ooh, 1 day superpower. Man, I guess since you limited me to a day, I'm going to choose teleportation. I mean, I'm a huge travel guy, so if I could just have a day to go travel anywhere, snapping my fingers, I'm out there on the beach, snapping my fingers, back here eating something, that'd be the best. Just driving and having to transport everywhere, that's my biggest pet peeve. I don't want to have to drive to no pickleball courts anymore.
Oh, you queued me up for the next one. Destination pickleball. Where are you
Ooh,
going to play pickle?
ooh. Now, maybe another hot take for us American pickleball players out there. I know quite a lot of the diaspora of pickleball and its history, but I'm going to go with Australia. I'm going Sydney, Australia is the next
Nice.
pickleball destination. That's where I'm headed for sure. Trying to get out there in 2027, see what I can do. And if not, UPL League, you better see me coming back, or I'm going up. I'm fighting the minor leagues. I'm getting up there in the pro level. But yeah, if not, you'll see me in Australia. I'm going to try to get out there and coach some people.
Go down under. I like it. Okay. And so your dream pickle threesome, you're on the court with three people. Who's coming to pickle? This could be anybody.
Wow. Okay, so I get to play pickleball, and I get to choose who's going to be on the court.
Get to choose who's on the court, and you can assume they can play.
Wow.
If you know what I mean, if they're not a pro pickler, you can assume they can play.
No, see, I'm already going pro picklers. I'm going to take Andre Diescu and Christian Alshon on the other side of me.
Who's with
Because
you?
that's who I need Ben. I
Okay.
can't do this for anybody but Ben.
All
So I'm going
right.
to choose Ben. And I'm going to put the two big guys on the other side because I need to see how they play against Ben. Because that's
All
that's
right.
what I need to continue to learn, quite honestly. I'm gonna go there. I like Andre and Christian against Ben.
Love it. Love it. What kind of car are you driving?
I'm an Outback driver, Subaru Outback 2011, red with the Pickl license plate from Colorado.
Nothing wrong with a Subaru. Now, growing up, you grew up in Colorado. Are you skier or snowboarder?
Oh, I'm a lifetime skier. Yeah,
Okay.
gotta be skiing on the slopes.
Where's
I've
your
tried my best at snowboarding, but you get too many bruises doing it.
When I moved to Montana, I switched from skiing to snowboarding.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
learning curve, man.
Everybody was doing it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Celebrity crush.
Celebrity crush, man. I'd probably go with maybe what's
Come
that one
on.
blonde girl's name? Sabrina Carpenter. She's pretty cute.
Okay. The
There
singer?
you
Is
go.
that a thing? Is she a singer?
Yeah, she does the singing now. Yeah,
Okay. Is she Espresso? Is that song?
yeah, that song.
Okay.
Right.
See,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm hip. I know. I got to stay hip with the times. I'm a man of the people. I got to know this stuff. Having a lot of fun here. Okay. And dream car. You drive a Subaru, but if you could have anything, what would it be?
Um, Man, if I could have anything, most people would probably want to go with like one of those nice cars, right? I'm gonna go with one of those like really old Volkswagen vans, like a hippie van.
Yeah.
You could totally put like just a little mattress in the back, 40 or 50 paddles, about 100 balls, and enough pickleball gear where I could travel the country, go down to South America, and just live out of the van. Pickleball
Love it.
van. That's the next one. I have the pickleball mobile in the Subaru right now. But next upgrade, we're getting the pickleball van. All right, guys. Travel pickleball vans up next.
Awesome. Awesome. Spirit animal.
Spirit animal. Hold on. I have this one nearby, I thought. This is one, oh man, maybe the show and tell is not going to work for me. Where'd it go?
Is that
Yes.
behind you?
Okay. No, I got it. I got it. Here it is. A tiger shark. Boom.
Yes.
Spirit
Okay.
animals, the tiger shark. I love scuba diving. I absolutely love the ocean. I think sharks are totally misunderstood. These great humble giants, yes, they might be like the top predators of the ocean or one of the top predators, but like, oh my gosh, there's so many cool clips I could watch of just divers going down to feed the sharks, and the sharks look like underwater puppies. That's just the best.
So I don't even have to ask you if you'd swim with sharks. That's a definite yes.
Definite have done so. Yes, love it.
You
Count
have
me
done
in.
it?
Yeah, no, some of my open water dives as a kid, I'd see some sharks out there. So
Okay.
yeah, doing some Puerto Rico stuff. I've been to Costa Rica and Mexico, got the chance to dive there.
Nice.
So yeah, no, scuba diving is great, and I love being under the water. I think that's super special.
Very cool. Very cool. Cartoon favorite as a kid?
Okay, favorite cartoon.
Were you a Rugrats guy? Was that your time? Were you a South Park
How
kid?
did you know? Oh my gosh, got me clocked in the Rugrats. Yes, so the Rugrats, that was a classic. Also, my dad watching Veggie Tales with me. That's another classic. Man, and then I watched. Man, gosh, there's these names are so far long ago. You're getting me lost in all of this other college knowledge. I mean, now the jingle's gonna get stuck in my head the next 2 days, and I'm gonna forget, and
Perfect.
it's gonna hurt.
Love
But
it.
there's like one Space Adventures one that had a rocket ship, and
Great Space
man,
Coaster? That's like from my time.
no, it wasn't that one. It's a little bit newer than that. I know what you're talking about, though. Um, Man, you're gonna make me hurt with nostalgia.
All right. Next time I see you, you need to
Just
come up with it.
I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna sing you their actual introductory song so that you
And then you
get
put
this
in my
earworm
head.
news.
Perfect for the whole day.
Yeah.
That way I get it.
Uh-huh.
All right. A lot of fun here with Spencer. Hey, man, I really appreciate you giving me some time. We got the UPL season starting this weekend, Spencer. It's
This
exciting.
Saturday.
Do you have any predictions for the Mesa Mavericks? You want to throw something out there?
Man, I don't want to leave any predictions out there, not send anything out into the universe. We're going to let the scorecard settle itself, leave my play on the field, and let my team just take care of the rest. I mean, I know we got this out there. I know if I can just pull a little bit of my weight against our opponents, then we have a really good chance. I've played my fair share and taught my fair share of juniors at this point, so learning a strategy against them and teaching it to other people can be done effectively and efficiently to the point where I feel confident to say we'll win with no score.
All right. I like it. I like it. Staying humble, keeping the humble right there, ever present. Not too many predictions, but a little maybe, slight confidence there that the Mavericks are going to come out. They got something to show people. Look, everybody's been practicing. Everybody's ready for this thing to go. And before I let you go, Spencer, anything you want to plug, any shout outs, you want to give your social handles again? It's all on you, buddy.
Sure, yeah, you guys, if you want to watch any more great pickleball content of my own, I've been around the space long enough to maybe teach you a thing or two. I am at Pickle Dispenser. You'll find my business in a Pickleball LLC, and I hope to see you guys on the court sometime. Never saying hello on the pickleball court is a sin. So if you see me out there, please give me a wave, give me a paddle tap, give me a howdy. I'm sure to toss one right back, okay? Thanks, guys. It's been super fun.
And everybody, get out to Arizona Athletic Grounds this
Yes,
weekend for some ultimate
absolutely.
pickleball action. You can see the Mesa Mavericks, the whole desert region in action this weekend. It's going to be awesome. Play starting around 10 o'clock in the morning, so you don't have to sweat too long. Come out, watch some awesome pickleball. Spencer, thanks again so much for joining me here on the show.
Of course.